Hello friends, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing very well wherever you are. I get lots of question about the German education system. I have already made some videos about it, but this topic is so vast, it is very difficult to compile it in one or two videos. That is why I thought I will answer some more questions in this video, because the people who are whose kids are small, like my kids were very 5-year old when we came here to Germany, and they were directly introduced to the German school system, and it was very easy for us because then they started learning German from the starting stage, beginning stage. But the kids who come at the later stages, like 12-year 13-year-old kids who come to the Germany, and that it is a very difficult situation. A little bit of anxiety is also there, because that in that stage they have to learn altogether a new language, and with that they have this study stress also, because studies are also very hard at that stage, I believe. And then they have to learn a new language. So every parent, every kid is a little bit anxious, especially the parents, that how they will cope with this added stress. So that is why this video is dedicated to such parents. First of all, if you're coming to Germany in the states of Baden-Württemberg and Bavaria, I will say that these two states, their schools are very well funded. So your kid will have lots of resources. I live in North Rhine-Westphalia. Here also schools are pretty good. Schools are good in everywhere. Government is, doing their attention at every state, and the resources are allocated nicely, more than so equal. But still, Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg are very rich states, so they have a little bit better education structure. They have a little bit more competition, but still schools are very well funded. But if you're coming to some other state, don't be disappointed. I also live in some altogether a different state, and I'm also very happy with my kids' education system. Another thing is that in Germany, public school system is very good. So there are private schools, some English based schools, for international students, for the people who come here only for 2-3 years and later on move to some other country. In that case, these international schools, these private schools are beneficial. But I think if you want to settle down here in Germany, then take the benefit of the German public school education system, because it is very good. They have very good resources, and it is also easier to get into the universities, because government planned curriculum is there, and it is kids are educated as per the need of the German job sector. And I personally, my kids go to the German public school, and I'm really very happy with the development. They are doing very well. I really, at no point I think that I should have sent them to the private sector. And another thing is that private schools are not everywhere in each city. Like in Freiburg, I didn't have any international school facility as also, but they are not in each so nearby also. And I personally believe that your school kid should go to a school near to your home. Don't Your kid should not travel so much. Commuting time should be as short as possible for the children. Now the main thing, which I get lots of question about, these bilingual schools. Kids at the primary level, they are introduced to two languages. One is German. Number one language will always be German in every school. And second language, it can be different from city to city, from school to school. Like in Freiburg, second language was French. In some schools, second language was English, and in some schools, second language is Dutch. So it depends from each area. And in primary level, they learn language only by listening to it. They don't have to do so much homework. But at the secondary level, then also the first language will be the German, and the second language, again, it depends. It can be English. Like right now I'm in Aachen in North Rhine-Westphalia, and the second language they teach is English. And third language which they teach, it can be Spanish, it can be Latin, it can be Dutch, it can be French. And another at ninth class, again they introduce a fourth language also, which is optional, you want to take or not. Like my kids didn't take it, so right now they are proficient in German, English and French. So that is how these three languages my kids have learned, and they get proper homework, proper test, proper grading system in these languages. But there are some bilingual school also. Bilingual schools are that some subjects are taught in English and some subjects will be taught in German. second language can also be French, not always English. Like some schools will be teaching a little bit of course in German and little bit of curriculum in French. Some schools are like that. In my kids' school, that is English is the option now. In my kids' time when they started, didn't have the option, but now they have introduced. But there are some schools which do, like some curriculum will be taught in German and some will be in English. Then it can be beneficial for the people who are coming from English speaking countries, and people who are coming from like French speaking countries, they go for little bit of German, little bit of French. Many people go for that system also. So and if you're coming at the age of like 13 or 14-year-old kids who are coming to Germany, and you think that how will my kid learn this language, let me assure you, your schools will also assure you that kids learn language very fast. Once they get it, yeah, they will struggle for 5-6 months, but after that, slowly they have the grasp of the system. School will also offer you some extra classes, and you can also go for some private extra courses yourself classes. There is Volkshochschule. In Volkshochschule, you can be very, at a very cheap rates or low rates, you can learn the language extra, you will learn the language once you come to Germany. I normally prefer that, okay, when people you are about to come to Germany, learn the basics of German, but proper German you will learn only when you will be in Germany, because there will be German all over you. Like in India, we learn English very fast. Why? Because English is all over us, right? All around us. Newspaper, signboards, Bollywood, everything is a little bit in English. So we learn the language very fast. Same way, when you come to a new country, like in Germany, German will be all around you. So kids and you also will grasp the language very quickly. So don't be anxious about that. And the second thing about the Sanskrit language, then also they are really pretty much, they start from the basics. And that also, if you are in, like we are, our border is with Netherlands and the second language is Dutch, so they learn it. Our border is also with France. Right now it is with Belgium, so then they learn the French very they have the exposure to French. So that is how kids learn very fast. And yeah, you will have to go for some extra courses if your child is 13-14-year-old. If the child is 6-7-year-old, they don't need much extra exposure, but a teenager will definitely need some extra classes, and those extra classes I prefer to be at Volkshochschule. And from there they have very cheap courses available, they do it. And teachers are also very good, and I'm sure that your child will be able to learn the language very fast. Don't underestimate your child. Kids are very intelligent these times. Another thing is that parents are worried about if my child will get admission in the school, right type of school, because there are three types of schools I have mentioned in my other videos as well: Gymnasium, Realschule, and Gesamtschule. Gymnasium are for the children who are more academic oriented, and they are, they want to go to university, do the masters and everything. Realschule are for the people who want to later on do some courses like vocational training and everything. Then there are Gesamtschule who just want to do some carpenter or those type of things, hairdresser or beauty salons, plumber, hand worker type of things they want to learn. They are not very academically oriented. They study only till 8th class. So they do some this plumbing, this course, and they start earning. And let me tell you, that is actually the best option, because children start earning at a very small age, and they have to also do masters in that later on. They have to be a master in that their field, but they really earn very well. They earn is equal to engineer. So don't be worried if your child doesn't get accepted into a gymnasium or a Realschule. If your child is going into Gesamtschule also, career doesn't end there. That is a surety here. Even if you are some person is going to gymnasium, there is no guarantee that he will end up as an engineer. If a person is going to Realschule, they have the option to do a extra year in the school, extra abitur they do some in the gymnasium, and then they end up going to the university. So they do segregate the kids at the age of like at the class 5, they segregate the kids into three types of schools: gymnasium, realschule, and gesamtschule. But you always have the opportunity to get better, and a child from gesamtschule can end up in the gymnasium later on. And if the child is not doing well from the gymnasium, they shift back to the realschule, something like that. So you don't have to worry about anything. Children, I believe every child has its destiny. They will find their career, they will find their path one day. But what to do if your child is hochbegabt? Hochbegabt is gifted, highly gifted child. Then also don't be anxious that what in Germany, how will they will get the exposure, if they will get enough opportunities to excel more, because a little bit of they need a little bit of more motivation, gifted children. Then there is an option, they can skip the classes. Let that decision be taken by the school. Don't take the decision yourself. Your school will decide yourself that okay, the child is intelligent enough and they can skip the class. Then, and that decision, only the intelligence doesn't matter, also the emotional intelligence of the child matters, that he or she is emotionally capable of skipping the class and sit into the class with the students of higher age. Will the child will be able to cope with that? So let the school take the decision. I know a Chinese boy, he skipped the third class, he skipped sixth class, and he skipped ninth class. If your child is highly gifted, good, that they will be able to skip the classes and they will finish up the school very fast. If the child is not gifted, then also it is okay, let them study at their own pace, then also they will end up achieving very well later on. So you don't have to worry at all. Germany education system is very, very relaxed in the school level. At university, they are very, very stressed. A lot of hard work is involved and a lot of assignments is involved. In my kids case, they are in the 10th class, and then also it is a lot of pressure on them, lot of homework. It is not as relaxed as you will think. There is hard work involved. So and these were the some of the topics which I covered in this video. I hope I answered your most of the questions, but I'm sure most of the questions you still have lots of queries, and if you have, please write to me in the comment box. If my information helped you, please hit the like button and please share it with your family and friends so that it can help other people also. And please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay blessed. Bye bye.